Welcome in, everybody, to Fantasy Pros Live. This is the Waiver Wire Show with me, Joey P, and my good friend and co-host and beard cream enthusiast, Derek Brown, everybody. D-Bro and I are here to take your waiver wire questions for the next, 45 minutes or so, because, we're here to help all the people. If you missed yesterday's waiver wire podcast, make sure you go back and watch that. Pat, myself, and D-Bro breaking down the guys you should add and also the guys you should not be adding. D-Bro, one guy that we really didn't talk about yesterday that I think kind of slipped through the cracks. It happens sometimes on the show. We're still kind of digesting all the information. Roschon Johnson. I feel like the Bears at some point are going to give him a little bit more to deal with, because last week you saw, in terms of efficiency, he was by far the best guy that they had. He is now another year removed from that surgery, right, that he had. He started to look a little bit more like the guy in Texas who was working behind Bijan Robinson. And I'm starting to think now that Roschon might be one of these cagey pickups this week to stash on your bench and see what happens over the next couple weeks of NFL football. What are your thoughts on Roschon Johnson before we jump in here to all the questions that are waiting out here on the chat?
Yeah, I think Roschon is definitely worth a pickup, especially in deeper leagues, but even in 12-team formats, depending on what your running back situation looks like. And I think the bigger part of this, Joe, is I think Chicago's backfield is going to dissolve into what we saw from it last year, where it's a frustrating committee. We don't know who's getting the volume on a weekly basis. Like Roschon was the flavor du jour last week. Khalil Herbert's still in that backfield, and I think we're going to see him work into this backfield more. And this all just comes down to, what did we talk about the entire draft season, Joey? It was stay far, 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 far away from DeAndre Swift, who we talked about could be this year's Miles Sanders, and I think we're just seeing that unfold.
It's very possible. It's certainly very possible. All right, before we get to your questions, just a quick reminder, too, more free stuff. And this week, we're giving away something really cool. Last week, we finally gave away the championship belt. This week, We are on to Cincinnati. We're on to a whole new thing. We're teaming up with Trophy Smack to give you the flashy Stunner ring and personalized display case to show off your championship victory in style with this blinged out Stunner ring. And it takes it to the next level. You can design your own display case complete with custom commemorative metal plaque. Now, how do you get this bad boy? I'll tell you. You subscribe to the Fantasy Pros YouTube channel. You comment below to this video, whether it's live or whether it's after and you're watching it back, and you ring the bell till it goes ding for notifications. That's how you do it. Again, look at this incredible stuff from Fantasy Pros giving you this Trophy Smack fantasy football Stunner ring and display case. It's pretty cool. I like the rings, D-Bro. The belts are really cool, but they take up a lot of space. The rings are fun, and then the more you get, you can kind of flash them like Tom Brady does whenever he's at the country club, which is fun. All right, let's get to some of the questions here, and let's start with 76. Replace Richardson at QB. Thoughts? I've gotten a lot of Richardson questions here. Do you replace him for Baker Mayfield or Derek Carr or some of these other guys on the waiver wire, or you just kind of hold tight right now?
I think you hold tight. I think Richardson's going to figure it out. I mean, I think like Pittman getting banged up, tough matchups, this offense trying to find itself. I mean, the other thing about it is Richardson, we talked about like even when entering the NFL, the starting resume was short, man. So I think a lot of this, he is figuring it out at the NFL level. And I think better days are ahead for Anthony Richardson, because the other thing about it is we haven't even seen the rushing upside unlock for Anthony Richardson. I think that's coming in this offense. And I understand that people want to pick up a quarterback and they want to stream and they want to play matchups. I get that. I'm not against that, depending on who is out there. But there's no way where you're dropping him at all.
Okay, so let's say you're in a league here where you got to drop somebody. Let's say Cam Akers is the last guy on your bench. Would you drop Cam Akers to get a second quarterback to ensure yourself with Richardson? Okay.
Yep. Right. I absolutely would. I don't feel good about Cam. Cam also, too, Jacksonville is a tough run defense this week. So Cam Akers had to cede a lot of the work to Dare Ogunbowale last week, and we're probably going to see that again. So I'm not that high on Cam Akers.
This one's from Recyclops. Brostradamus, time to shop or drop Andrews. Backup is Goddard. Well, that's easy. You're just playing Goddard. Do you want to drop Andrews in that sense?
No, I'm not dropping him. And I'll say it's bad. It is about as bad as you possibly can get. I mean, looking at, I haven't gotten to that game yet. I'm writing up the primer right now for this week, but I know that his snap count was low. I don't want to misquote this, but yeah, Mark Andrews played 33% of the snaps last week. Like, I just think the Baltimore Ravens, like this entire offense is floundering. Like, I think they don't know what to do. Like, the offensive line is, we were worried about it walking into this year. I think it's even worse than we could have imagined. And they're just trying to figure out, okay, how can we field a functional offense? And they still haven't solved that equation. But any equation where Mark Andrews is only getting 33% of the snaps is not a successful one. So I think better days are ahead. I would not drop him, but you can lump him into a trade and you're going to have to package somebody with him. I get it. I understand.
If I had Goddard, look, Goddard, it's fine.
Yeah,
I don't know how much longer when you hold Andrews if he keeps value. Like, I think you run the risk of him continuing to lose. Like, he goes from being an interesting buy low to being a guy nobody wants. And I think that's a dangerous game you're playing. So if you want to get rid of him, now's the time to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Here's some all I have. I have Rachaad White, Bucky, Irving, Chuba Hubbard, DeAndre Swift, Rico Dowdle, and Braelon Allen are on the wire. Okay, so who should you target if you have White? So Irving, Hubbard, Swift, Dowdle, and Braelon Allen on the wire.
I think Hubbard's the clear pickup here, although I will understand, and it's Hubbard or Dowdle for me.
I agree.
And I honestly,
Dowdle, I think, has more long-term appeal.
I was going to say, I don't want to be prisoner of the moment here, because the thing where I don't want to get lost in the sauce here about Chuba Hubbard. Jonathan Brooks is coming back, baby. Jonathan Brooks is going to be
coming back, but let's be honest, like, those guys take a little while. These knee surgeries.
They are, but
like, let's say he comes back in week 8. Then it's going to be another 4 weeks before he ramps up to full.
Okay.
Like, we're into the playoffs.
Week 5 or week 6.
Let me tell you something. Braelon Allen this week too. You know, they're playing the Broncos. Yeah. If Garrett Wilson gets shut down, it's going to be a very heavy run game for the New York Jets.
Yep.
Don't be shocked if Braelon Allen's not flex worthy this week, because I think he is already in that matchup specifically. The way you want to game plan and play against Denver, whose run defense is okay. It was terrible last year. It's slightly better this year statistically, but again, still early in terms of stats.
Well, and Hackett wants to stick it to Denver too.
So. Oh yeah, the Nathaniel Hackett revenge game.
Revenge narrative.
Whoa. Please. God, worst coach ever. And that's saying something. Because I can still remember Urban Meyer and some other guys in the NFL.
I don't know. Considering last night, Doug Peterson might say,
no, come on. Doug Peterson's won a Super Bowl. As much as I make fun of him, and I used to make fun of him for
years before. Did he win it, or did Nick Foles win it?
No, but that's the thing. Like, Doug Peterson used to be a joke. He was the butt of jokes before he won that Super Bowl. Then all of a sudden, well, maybe he's not that bad. And then they realized, well, he is that bad. We just had a really good run. It was a magical run. Yeah. But he's still far and away a better football coach than Nathaniel Hackett. Nathaniel Hackett is a joke of a football coach.
No, I don't disagree.
Jetso Row is Zamir droppable. It depends on what's out there. But
depends on what's out there. But in a lot of instances, yes. Sadly,
who has the better season, Zamir White or Rachaad White?
Ugh. Rachaad.
What about Betty White? Betty White's the best of the best. You see, it's the 101.
Yeah,
she's the 101 there. All right, let's go to Ben Zem. Bro friends, what's with the tight ends? What's the deal with the tight ends?
Oh, don't sign
Hunter Henry or Friermuth for Cole Kmet. Henry, Friermuth or Kmet.
Henry, I just got through that game, and the Patriots.
Yeah, but he wants to drop Henry, so you want to keep Henry.
No, drop Henry. Yeah, drop Henry for Cole Kmet.
Oh, for Cole Kmet is who you're adding. Okay, I got
it. Yeah. Henry, the Patriots can't figure out what the heck they want to do with the personnel. Like, Henry goes off one game, and he looks like he's the centerpiece of the offense for the passing game. And then last week they just drop him to like a 57% route share. Alex Van Pelt, I just wonder why. Why?
By the way, also second question here. Drop Goff for Fields. You want to do that yet?
Yeah, I'll do that. I think Fields keeps the job. I think Fields
keeps the job. I mean, they're 3-0, and it's getting a little bit better every week. So, I mean, there's no way that change is coming.
We know we're getting out of Russ, and that's.
By the way, I know we touched on this yesterday too, and then I saw it today from a very prominent person in our industry. Again, when I always think it's funny when people use the term industry, it's usually two things. It's either fantasy football or the adult industry.
You're not wrong.
I'm not wrong. Right with it. Well,
you're not wrong.
Industry. So,
speaking of fantasies.
Anyway, speaking of fantasy, I guess either one are fantasies. By the way, when is that pizza delivery person show? Anyway, the point I'm making is this. So, I saw them saying, and this was the headline for their show this week. I'm not going to throw them under the bus, but I'm throwing them under the bus.
I was like, it sounds like the
should we eliminate tight ends from fantasy? And I know we talked about this yesterday because I guess you must have seen the same thing, or you must have heard this buzz. 3 weeks ago, we were talking about this tight end class as the greatest fantasy tight end class we've ever seen. It was bang zoom. It was Dalton Kincaid and Dre McBride and Sam.
All the elites. All the elites.
Oh, the tight ends are going to save fantasy football. 3 weeks in. Just because a bunch of people are butthurt that their analysis hasn't come to fruition yet, they want to eliminate tight ends from fantasy. Bro, this is the hardest bro I'm going to give anybody. It's like, come on. What is wrong with you people? Stop it. Patrick.
It's crazy.
Patrick would never do that. Javonte or Roschon.
Ooh. Crap, I'll take the wild card of Roschon over the known commodity of Javonte. Like
now.
Dude, it's again. Speaking of like crazy usage, like Sean Payton can't decide who he wants to blame on the fact that they can't run the ball. Oh, it's a Jaleel McLaughlin problem. Oh, it's a Javonte Williams problem. Oh, maybe we should go to Tyler Beatty. Bro, no, your offensive line sucks.
Well, it's
That's
funny.
Why you can't run the ball. And
there's a lot of offensive lines that are struggle bus right now. So what's going on here in the NFL where offensive lines are getting to where they're getting to? Because it's the Patriots, it's the Broncos, it's a myriad of teams. And that's why you see Joe Alt get the contract he got. And that's where you're seeing these guys being so coveted. So, I'm not sure where we're at here with the recruiting system or where we're at with the development of offensive linemen at the college level, but it has been a problem here for the last couple of years, and it seems like it's getting exasperated where these offensive linemen coming into the league, like they're just not able to plug these holes and do their job. It seems like the offensive line play is just way down.
The NFL's
And
changing,
I don't know if
man.
it's maybe it's also lack of preseason. We don't talk about that. We talk about all the weapons guys.
Oh, you and I have griped and complained about it.
But we never talk about like what it takes for an offensive line to gel together. You and I talk about that stuff because we're
continuity's huge, man. Working
it's
as a unit.
huge. It's huge for these offensive linemen. All right, especially the guys when they're new to groups, or you get like 2 out of the 5 guys are new,
or even blocking schemes, run game schemes.
God,
yeah.
Right,
we could go down an entire rabbit hole here.
I am a salty boy today.
Yeah, salty peanut.
It's that hoarse voice of mine from being sick all last week. Makes me sound like a tough guy. Hey, you. Hey, you don't want to play with tight ends anymore? Come here. Let me slap you around. Let me smack your face. Ryko Raekwon. Again, from the Wu-Tang Clan, recent winner of our latest giveaway.
Yes.
Ryko is the one who won the belt. Congrats, Raekwon. Should I use waiver priority number 1 on Cole Kmet? I have Zach Ertz.
I think the state of the tight end position, I would.
Yeah, I'm good with it. Tight end position.
Speaking of crazy usage, finally Shane Waldron woke up and said, Cole Kmet's a better tight end than Gerald Everett. Who knew? Who knew?
God, 5-star recruit from Notre Dame. Who knew? Island Boy Gamers. Do you drop Evan Ingram for Kmet? No, see, this is not that. I don't
that's too much. That's too much.
I have Ertz. I would drop Ertz.
Drop Ertz. Ertz, because the other thing we need to talk about with Ertz usage last night, and I was big on Ertz, his over did hit, so hooray for that. But last night, they did run more of a committee with Ben Sinnott and Bates eating into Ertz's snap work last week. So, I would drop Ertz.
Cashed in pretty quick on that Jamar Chase over last night and the touchdown score.
Didn't take long.
Did not take long, Joey. That did not take long. Make sure you're following Betting Pros. I am now 5 of 6 of my last Monday Night Football 2-week bets, so it's pretty good.
It's been a good opening to the season, my man. I think I've hit 55% of my bets so far this season. It's been good.
Start cashing, baby.
60.
Straight cash, homie. Let's go to Cliff Clifton, Roschon Johnson, or Ray Davis. Stash on the bench. I like Roschon
Johnson. Yeah.
Okay, there we go. By the way, speaking of Buffalo Bills, the number for Josh Allen has moved to plus 250 for MVP considerably. And I think it's a really good narrative. Talked about it on the BP show today.
Yeah.
I invested in it today. I think people should invest in it. I think the voting community is tired of Lamar and Patrick Mahomes. And the narrative you can write with Josh Allen putting this quote unquote no-name team on his back and carrying them right now is a really good one. It's a really
good one. And their defense is smothering people. Like,
I'm shocked.
I'm
shocked how good they played.
They're playing really, really. I know it's not amazing for us in fantasy outside of Josh Allen, but like they are playing really good football.
And a real test coming this week with Baltimore, an actual.
Agreed.
Don't play Jacksonville anymore in Arizona. All right, how much should I spend on Darnold? That's all I need to know. And this is from VCoff 2005.
6%. I mean,
I
like him.
A weird question. It's like, in lieu of who? Like, what are you replacing?
Yeah, I mean, is it Superflex? Is it 1 QB?
I assume it's 1 QB. So
if it's 1 QB,
is Darnold a QB1?
He's performing like a QB1. I mean, I think he's a QB1 probably again this week. But am I going to rank him there? That's tough.
Minnesota defense is good, by the way. Glass Mongoose. Drop one or both, Tyler Johnson or Jordan Whittington?
Both. They split the wide receiver 3 role. If you're looking for a Rams wide receiver to pick up, not named Demarcus Ross, actually like Tutu Atwell this week.
Tutu.
Yeah.
CM Kerrigan, Superflex, rest of season, Fields, Carr, or Darnold?
Yes.
I think this is a matchup one where you play. If you've got all 3 of these guys,
Fields. I'm going Fields this week. I mean, if they're all out there, this must be like an 8-team Superflex league.
Fields against Indianapolis this week is a good matchup.
Yeah, Fields is going to crush them.
It's a hard one not to like. By the way, last night, we taled about it on the show yesterday.
I was going to say, baby, can we take a victory lap on some Jane Daniels, just ascension? Ooh, baby. So good.
We talked about the Jane Dan, and look, I said the best case is that I was hoping they would be from behind playing, and then they would have to start just throwing the ball with reckless abandon. Well, it turns out they didn't have to be from behind to do that, and that was awesome to see. And that was great. And we kind of predicted it, but in the weird negative game script.
Yeah.
And it was so cool to see them come out and say, no, enough is enough. Let's go do
Dude,
it. And
put
that was super
rookie,
impressive.
like that 4th down call where Jaden is on the field and he's like, I want to go for it. And then they go for it. Like, you saw a player truly, the breakout. We saw the breakout for Jaden Daniels last night, and it was absolutely beautiful. And just so everybody, we can all put respect on Jaden Daniels' name. The QB2 in fantasy right now, behind only Josh Allen. That's a beautiful thing, Joey.
Yeah, it was a tremendous performance. All right, let's go to Zeg's question here. Should I drop Mark Andrews for Kmet? Fine.
Yeah, I get it. I
Gotta
get it.
win
I'm probably trying to hold him, but I get it.
Look, Kmet is not a lock, boys and girls.
Just
because we all like him and we think he should be good and we think,
would it surprise any of us if Waldron goes back to his same
No.
BS and he plays Everett over Kmet this week? No, nobody should be surprised by that.
No, not at all. And, that's again, that's what it is. Let's go to next one here. Sam Darnold or Anthony Richardson.
I'm still starting Richardson. Call me stubborn, Joey. Like, I think the Colts offense can't be this bad. And Anthony Richardson can't be this bad. We all remember week 1, right? We all do remember week 1 when Anthony Richardson went out and lit it up. Like, that wasn't that far. It's been 2 games, people. Like, we're 3 games into the freaking season. It's been 2 games, and I know they've been bad. But we all remember Anthony Richardson week 1, right? Do we all need to go back to that and remind ourselves? Like, come on, man.
Next up here, we have, oh no, that was the one we just did. Let's do another one here. Let's do Jonathan Watson's question here. Who should we prioritize, Roschon or Emmanuel Wilson?
Roschon. Easy Roschon.
Yeah, Wilson's got a tough matchup this week against Minnesota's defense is really good.
Lloyd's eventually coming off the IR too.
Eventually, Disco Dave. Drop Lawrence for Nix or Fields in touchdown only. Oh, God.
Yeah, drop him for Fields.
Fields?
That's easy.
Not Nix.
Not Nix.
Look,
Nix
can we
isn't
not
even
chase
in
the
this
Bo Nix
conversation.
game, folks? What are we doing here?
No. We're never chasing the Bo Nix game.
All right, this one hurts me personally because I have a lot of shares. Devo, what to do with Rachaad White?
Trade him away ASAP.
I'm so sad about this. I just thought he would be boring and decent, and he just hasn't been.
He's been one of those things.
Yes. Boring, not decent.
No.
Mike, his question is replace Zamir White for Bucky Irving. Is that a move you want to make?
Yes.
Okay.
Sadly, yes.
Let's go to Corey's question here. Corey, pick up Josh Downs for Demarcus Robinson.
Yeah, I would do that.
All right. Next one here is from Wreckham Cowboys. Should I drop Akers and Demarcus Robinson, or maybe 4 Demarcus Robinsons? What you mean?
I think both of them
Or
are
maybe
droppable
end.
Depending on
they're all
who is
droppable.
out there.
Depending.
Yeah, they're droppable.
I like the Rams this week though against the Bears. They're underdogs, and I don't think.
Again, if you're dropping Robinson and you need a deep flex league play, it's Tutu Atwell.
Colleen's question: should I pick up DeAndre Hopkins or Mooney? I like Mooney.
Yeah, Mooney.
Unpopular opinion.
I'm sorry. I want no part of Will Levis's passing attack. Another player that we preach the entire, like I've said since he was a prospect, Will Levis is not good. We're going to see Mason Rudolph starting eventually. It's not an if, it's a win.
Oh, that's not a prediction. It's a spoiler. That's Paul Heyman-esque right there. All right, let's go to Copenhagen. What are we doing with Pittman? That's all you can do.
What else do you want to do? You're not going to drop.
I'll tell you what.
We're not insane here.
I understood the discount. I'm frustrated how bad it's been, and I have him at a discount a lot of spots because I think he's being undervalued.
Yeah,
and I think it'll turn.
If anything, I think there are 2 distinct, 3 players I'm trying to trade for in fantasy. I think Pittman's
one was
on that
McLaurin.
List. Yes, Brandon Ayuk after this week getting shadowed by Christian Gonzalez. Go trade for him everywhere, and George Pickens.
Yeah. Terry McLaurin was my number 1, but that ship has sailed now.
Yeah, that ship has sailed.
I already own him everywhere, so it doesn't matter. I have him everywhere already. All right, let's go to Jay Flanny. Drop Javonte for Braelon Allen or Irving. I like Allen.
Yes, Braelon Allen.
Is Allen over Irving for you?
Yeah, it's easy Allen. Irving's done a lot with the volume he's gotten, but if you still look at his tackle breaking metrics, they aren't great either. So
Drop
definitely
DeMarcus Robinson for Tutu Atwell.
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
Next one here is from Dara McNally. After the thank you, I have Javonte Williams, Rico Dowdle, Carson Steele as my RB. JT is my hero RB, but Batman needs his Robin.
Well, I don't know if you're getting Robin, but one of these could be your Joker. I think it's
After
Carson
the
Steele.
thank you, I'm still trying to understand. Is that some sort of like Hallmark movie title that I don't know? Like after the thank you. Like what is that?
Say it in a Christian Bale voice. I mean, it's Dowder or Carson Steele. I think if you need to play for this week, it's Carson Steele.
All right. Let's go to grand finale. Are we cutting Warren or trying to package him?
I don't know what you're going to package him for right now. He's getting an MRI on his knee. Who's going to trade for a player that's hurt?
And I think you and I see this the same. So Najee Harris has a sling on his arm, but he's fine. What?
Yeah. I was talking about that in the Slack earlier. I
saw it yesterday, and then I saw. And
no shade to Jordan Schultz. I love Jordan Schultz, but like,
what?
You can't tell me a guy walking out of a game with a sling on his arm is nothing. Like, let's call this what it is. Najee is hurt. The question is, can he play through it or not? It's not whether he's hurt or not. You don't walk out of a game with a sling on your freaking arm and say, oh, well, everything's fine. Just do it as a precaution. Like, I woke up this morning and I feel a little bit sore. Put my arm in a sling. Like, what? No.
And the weirdest thing was it was his foot that was sore. All right, let's go to 77 here. Drop Christian Watson for Jauan Jennings. See, this is the kind of move I feel like you will hate yourself in October.
You were going to hate it long term. I think the reality is you keep Watson and you drop somebody else for Jennings. And I think you play Jennings this week.
Bingo, bango. All right, let's go to the next one here. Let's go to RGQ. Is Chuba Hubbard worth dropping, Najee or Ford?
Drop Ford.
Ford is the odd man out. What about Ross? Should I drop Xavier Worthy for Jauan Jennings?
No.
You're right. Jeez.
Good Lord. No. Somebody's day drinking already. No.
Melanie R. Would you pick up Kareem Hunt and drop Zamir White?
No.
This is for Melanie.
No. Kareem has nothing left.
I don't think so either.
I don't think he has anything left. I think the running backs coach for KC is being highly effusive and saying, oh, he's still got it. Bro, he ain't. No, he ain't still got it. That's like saying Ezekiel Elliott still has it. No.
Define it.
It's something. It ain't it.
Jesse Bolt. Purdy over Mayfield.
Yes.
Okay. Next year is from John Murchison. Do I drop Mostert for Bucky Irving? Yes. I think we're done with Mostert. I think it's over.
Yeah.
I know that's very
like QB problems in Miami. Who do you feel good
about? Have we had any Tyler Huntley
offense?
News today? I haven't seen any yet.
No, and but Skylar Thompson's doing.
Do I have to go and scoop Huntley now? Is that a thing? Do I have to do that?
I don't think you have to do that. I'm not doing.
I don't want to. Seth,
I mean, maybe.
Do I have to go and scoop Huntley now?
Yeah, Seth, weigh in here. I don't know.
If he's officially changed his name, then I felt like okay.
But it was like a legal name change. Then we got to go with it.
Like when it became Ocho Cinco and it was officially legally Ocho Cinco, like okay, that's fine. That's okay. That I'll do. Let's go to Josue Hidalgo. I hope I said that right. Josue? Okay. Leggett, Hopkins, or Madison, 12-team half PPR.
Hopkins.
Yeah, this is where the old man still gets a win. Derek Buck, Kelsey, guys, what are we doing? Should I pick up Ertz or Gesicki? Gross.
Pick up Gesicki. He's got the matchup. And start. I mean, God, Kelsey. Tight end right now is just, what the hell do you do, man? I mean, like, we're going to be like going through rankings on a weekly basis and saying, okay, where do I rank Travis Kelce? Where do I rank Mark Andrews? Where do I rank all these supposedly elite guys that are not elite? Because apparently in the year 2024, every tight end forgot how to play football and had earned targets. You hold him, but I'm not telling you don't play Gesicki over Kelce. As crazy as that sounds. Joey is either contemplative or he is frozen right now. So, considering that, I'm going to sit here and take the wheel. Joey, this is probably the craziest part here. Whoa! Apparently, I need to move over. I'm single boxed here. All right. So Travis dropped Chase Brown for Braelon Allen. Yeah, I would do that. Chase Brown had the volume yesterday, but he definitely did not get any more usage. Only, I think it was 15-20% of the snaps. So it's Braelon Allen. Miranda, how concerned are we about Achane? I mean, pretty concerned. Miami's offense just looks terrible right now. So looking at that offense and the quarterback play, until we get decent quarterback play, it's going to be rough. So yeah, I mean, I'm concerned about him, but I'm still going to rank him as a top 15 back because he's going to get the volume on a weekly basis. All right. Johnny Pena. Pena? I'm sorry, Johnny. I'm bad with names sometimes. McConkey droppable. No, he is not droppable. I get the problems and I understand the concerns on Justin Herbert, but he is not droppable. Keep him. All right. Kyle Flint. What are we doing here? Who should I prioritize, Adunze or Jennings? How much of my FAAB would you spend on each? I would say the answer is yes. Get both. Adunze, I think, look, Keenan Allen going through, we still need practice reports. I don't know if he is going to play this week. We got to see if he is going to end up playing. But looking at just how that could play out, I mean, I still think Adunze has big time upside, especially for the second part of the season. So I would be picking up Adunze and Jennings. And I think you're looking at probably 10 to 12% of your FAAB, probably for both of them. So I think better days are ahead for Adunze. Joey, are you in the green room, Joey? You want to hop up here and talk to me, Joey?
I do want to hop up here.
Oh,
And I want to talk with you.
That was a first. I discussed you so bad you had to leave?
Well, the worst part is now we're on wrong sides. This is the worst thing that could happen. For a second, I was just Derek Brown. And he was Joe Pisapia.
You were contemplative, man. I think worst. It was the question from the people got you so much. It destroyed your internet.
Must have been. StreamYard just stopped working for me for whatever reason. Internet was fine. Just
you had the most contemplative face. You were like, I was like, is he just thinking about this? What has happened?
But then having us switch boxes like that too, pretty horrible. Because then it was like Freaky Friday for a moment here.
We were talking about how funny it was that the outline or cut my face in half prior to the show going live, and then it happened. So, I mean, maybe that's the best version of me. Who knows, Joe?
It's possible. That's the Disney reboot that everybody needs. Freaky Friday with me and Derek Brown. By the way, I'm so dumb that I called him Snoop Huntley. He's Scoop. He wants to be Scoop Huntley, which, in all fairness, is dumber because what is he like from the movie Newsies? Hey, like some sort of 30s kid, like
chips, okay.
Hey, read all about it, kids. A new quarterback in Miami. Read all about it, everybody. Like, what is it? Scoop Huntley.
Just walking around just chucking papers.
That's ridiculous. It's terrible. It's terrible, Derek.
Newsies is a good old movie, by the way.
I don't think I've ever seen it all the way through. I think that's probably the
Godfather, and you haven't seen.
Now he's saying I got it backwards again. So it's Snoop, not Scoop. Did I say Scoop in the beginning? It's Scoop Huntley, Snoop Huntley. I don't know. He's Tyler Huntley. That's it. He's Tyler Huntley forever.
This just clarifies he's Tyler Huntley. That's all we're getting.
Let's go to a read. What else do we have to push here? You know what? Just in case your StreamYard went out for a second and you need help adding players to your roster, use the waiver assistant. The waiver assistant will help you over at My Playbook. Go to fantasypros.com/myplaybook. Download My Playbook for free. Sync your leagues and use the waiver assistant to get ahead of your league mates with expert add and drop advice. So if you don't get to one of the pros, at least you've got the pros in your pocket. That's right. My Playbook. Go to fantasypros.com/myplaybook. Use the waiver assistant. Use the trade analyzer. Use all the tools to help you dominate all of your leagues. So Mike Mayer keeps yelling at me, which is, so he is.
That just sounds like a normal day, Joe.
I know, but like I've been sick for like 10 days now. So I don't know. It's Snoop Huntley. Why is he? So Mayor, tell me, why is it Snoop Huntley? Like, I want to know the origins of the Snoop. Like,
I got to go to Pro Football Reference. I got to see if this is if Pro Football Reference says it's a thing, it's a thing.
So I was calling him Scoop Huntley to begin with.
All right.
Maybe you should be Scoop Huntley.
Tyler Huntley still on
That's
Pro Football Reference.
You're Tyler Huntley. And I swear, if I go on the Fantasy Pros My Playbook and I see
it is
Snoop or Scoop or Stoot or any other stuff, I'm not doing it. He's Tyler Huntley until further notice. You might be Snoop Brown
Hey,
next week.
he saves the Dolphins season. He can be called whatever he
He's
wants.
going to
be
save the
called.
Dolphin season. Let me tell
Yeah.
you. All right, let's go
Speaking
to
of Superflex ads.
Did you do this question from Derek Buck or no?
That was the one where you froze.
So I'm
up
behind a
because
little bit.
you
How
were
about
thinking about
Miranda's
it too much.
question? Do we hit Miranda's
Got
question?
that.
All
we
right, good.
are
We're helping the people.
we are on hyper.
What about Johnny
active?
Pina?
Yep, we got
McConkey?
Pena.
All right, we dropped. Boy, oh boy, I missed a lot. So much has
Man,
happened.
I was blowing through them, dude.
It's like I woke up from some dream or something. How much fab would you spend on Deontay Johnson? Did we do this?
20%, 25.
All right. So apparently the story is this: Mike Mayer, newspaper man, now Scoop Mayer, that I can get behind. A high school coach started calling him Snoop because he thought he looked like Snoop Dogg. There you go. That's actually kind of fun. I might reconsider my whole stance now. All right, let's go to the next one here.
That's a good story. I guess.
By the way, Seth, our producer, is so excited about the Andy Dalton performance. Just he put the poster back up in his room of Andy Dalton. So excited, all those redheads, they stick together.
Hey!
Excited.
You see the color of this beard? You will not shame gingers on this show, sir.
It's getting all white there in the front. I think.
Hey!
Gotta get the comb. Gotta get the comb.
Slander. I'm just catching strays here. Good Lord.
Well, it's the stray beards, the white stray beards.
Oh my.
Brosifs. Thoughts on dropping Trey Benson to pick up Roschon? I have Benson as a handcuff to Connor. Now, this is interesting. This is from Flower. So if you have Connor, Benson is more valuable.
I would keep
unless you are desperate at RB2 or like some kind of situation where your RB room has just been destroyed. I think I would stay pat here.
Yeah, stay Benson.
Because that's going to happen, right?
And I'm not going to say that Benson's look good so far this year, but still keep Benson.
He hasn't given you enough. Jugowitz, is Waddle worth holding on to? Yes.
Yeah. What are you going to drop him?
Can we please keep a deep breath until Snoop shows up into town?
Yeah.
Snoop Doggy Dog. With so much drama in Miami.
I knew you
trying to hog me and Snoop D-O-double-G. All right. Let's go to Melee Kev. Drop Zamir for Rico.
Yeah, I would do that.
That's another one, too. Zamir White was lined up for a good year. I don't know what's going on there.
All the horses were playing bad. Raiders are doing goofy stuff.
Right there.
It's like, it just doesn't make any sense, man.
The Raiders are a weird team. You think they switch quarterbacks this week? They go from Dane O'Connell?
If they do, they absolutely deserve all the egg on their face. How do you go out and you sign a guy to be your starter, and by week 3 you say, well, guess he's not the guy?
The same people who tell you how great the tight end class and they want to get rid of tight ends 3 weeks in.
I think the Raiders are just that entire team is going to be, the front office, head coach, everything's going to be gutted after this year.
Well, what else is new?
Yeah.
T. Falco. Drop Rachaad White for Dowdle, Hubbard, or Irving.
No. No.
Okay. It better turn around soon, though. JD, should I pick up Xavier Legette or Tutu Atwell?
Season-long upside, I would go Legette. This week, if you need a flex play, it's Atwell.
All right, let's go to Scott Kobe or Kobe.
Oh.
Jaden Reed is on my waiver wire. How much should I spend on him?
20%. At least 20 to 25. Yeah, I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot because he's startable. I just wrote up that game. He's startable. Jordan Love is going to be back this week. He's got the best corner matchup on the board for Minnesota, probably leads the way. Although I will say that you can make a good case for everyone in the Green Bay wide receivers considering the coverage matchup. But I do think Jaden Reed's going to get his this week. Debo, baby. 30%.
All right, for those of you who are joining us here, make sure you drop your comments below because you just might win this incredible stunner ring from our good friends over at TrophySmack.com, the #1 destination for all of your trophies, rings, fantasy football swag stuff, you name it, they've got it. It also comes with a customizable case for the ring. You can put it right on the mantle. I mean, you can even make a Christmas ornament out of it. You can do whatever you want. It will be yours. But there's only one way to get it, folks, and that is to subscribe to the Fantasy Bros YouTube channel. Drop your comments below and ring the bell till it goes ding so we can notify you if you're the big winner, and you'll know every single time a piece of content drops here on the channel and the stunner ring is around your finger. Let's go to Johnny's next question here. Johnny again, Legette, Lazard, or Dobbs? Who's the priority?
I think it's Lazard. And I know you don't want to hear it. I think
No,
it's
I
hard,
think it
though.
is too. That's why I'm making
Yeah, I
this
think it
face.
is. Yeah.
Ugh,
That's a
gross.
face when you have to believe in investing in Aaron Rodgers. I know you don't like to do that.
This is a great one from a great comment from one of our listeners here from Meh Broncos. Let's get a Snoop Huntley jersey giveaway. Yes, I want a Snoop Huntley
can do
giveaway.
that.
I want a Tyler Huntley giveaway and a Scoop Huntley giveaway. I don't know why I kept saying Scoop before. I don't know. A lot of cold medicine.
Good chips.
Brain. But I don't miss shows. You know, I'll be here with a sling around my arm, still yapping, talking football.
Well, that means you're healthy, Joe. You can't put the sling on.
I'm
fully healthy.
I'm healthy. Philip Mitchell. Should we be concerned about Ayuk? I say no.
No. I just wrote up Ayuk. He is top 3 in both separation score and route win rate right now. Go trade for him everywhere.
That's
Better
a hard
days
thing
are
to
coming.
say. Route win rate.
Yeah.
Very impressive. That's a good tongue twister.
I try.
Horg Q. Drop Mike Williams for Jauan. Yes.
Yeah.
1,000 times yes.
Easy.
Mike
Easy.
Williams.
Yeah.
Matt, how much FAAB on Roschon since y'all are bullish? Look, I'm not bullish. I'm saying
I'm not bullish, but there's a way where
I'm saying there's a guy you can sneak through for $5.
Yeah,
that's
like 3 to 4%. You shouldn't be having to go
like,
any more than that.
I'm saying he's a speculative ad, just like last week or 2 weeks ago, we were talking about Braelon Allen being like, let's add him speculatively. Now that worked out way quicker.
I mean,
the dividends
Swift continues to suck, and other running backs are going to play over him.
There's only one guy on that roster, though, that to me, having watched all of them play in my lifetime and in college, that's a 3-down running back, and it's Roschon Johnson.
Oh, yeah.
That is my point about Roschon.
Khalil Herbert will never be a 3-down guy.
Herbert's not. Swift certainly is.
Agreed.
That's for sure. John Copeland.
Speaking of contracts that should have never been handed out in the offseason.
Wait on Ingram to get healthy or pick up Hawkinson while he's available. Well, Hawkinson ain't going to be your answer.
Hawkinson ain't healthy either, bro.
So, no, you have to wait on Ingram. Pick up Cole Kmet.
Yeah, wait on Ingram.
Joel Solis, thoughts on tight end Colby Parkinson. Should I drop him for Cole Kmet or Zach Ertz?
Drop him for Kmet.
Kmet, I agree. Next up here is, who do we have? Michael's question. Drop Hunter Henry for Mike Gesicki or Tyler Conklin.
Gesicki. Conklin, the big thing I want people to know about his usage, totally fluky. He had only a 7% first read share last week. So basically, Rodgers surveys the field and he says, okay, here. Ah, crap. I guess I got to throw it to Kyle or Conklin. Oh, well. That's basically how that went.
I don't know. Gesicki, though, I mean, I think Hunter Henry will have more tight end 1 games when all said and done because he has far less competition.
Patriots, I can't.
No, I know.
I don't think they know what the hell they're doing right now.
They don't.
Like, they have no, like, the fact that we're playing KJ Osborne and Tyquan Thornton over Javon Baker makes no sense. The fact that we go away from Hunter Henry and we need to see more Austin Hooper on the field makes no sense. I think Alex Van Pelt could be a one-and-done coordinator. He is arguably terrible so far.
Yeah, offense has not been the Patriots' strong suit. James Hudgens, would you drop Jerome Ford for Braelon Allen or Bucky Irving? Yes.
If you're not starting Ford and you don't need him as a flex play, then yes. Yeah.
Would you drop him for Allen or Bucky?
Allen. Allen's far and away better than Bucky Irving.
Yeah, I mean, Allen's got the upside to.
He's actually breaking tackles. Bucky Irving's not.
But he's got the opportunity that if something happens to Brees, he becomes immediately an RB1.
I mean, we said it on the waiver wire show. We said it on the waiver wire show. Braelon Allen is the same bet that you'd be making with that you were making with Jordan Mason. Anything happens to Brees and Braelon Allen is going to be a top 5 running back every week. Yep,
he's younger. It's a run first all, like just in some ways better. Ben Morgan, if some bozo drops CMC to waivers thinking he's done for the year, do I drop 100% FAAB on him?
No, you don't drop 100% because I think there's a world where CMC is done for the year, but
he's seeing a specialist right now.
I think no, it's not good, man. I think Jordan Mason is going to end up being a league winner. I think he's going to have the starting job for the rest of the year, but I think 25%, like, don't go crazy, but be aggressive.
Drop Chase Brown for Roschon.
Sure.
What's your thoughts on Chase Brown? He's right.
Still a handcuff. He did a lot with what he got last night, but he only played 15 snaps. He just had 9 touches on the 15 snaps. Like,
can you believe the Bengals are 0-3? Oh God,
dude, talk about
God.
How long? So let's play this out, Joey. If they start 0-5, how fast do people start calling for Zach Taylor's job?
Well, it's funny because last year that team rallied around and played hard for Taylor, even without everybody. And I thought that was really impressive. Their defense is just horrendous. Like it's
Cam
just
Taylor-Britt talking that noise every week.
yeah. And you know what? Like,
You
that's
can't
on the
back it
coaching
up.
staff too.
You can't back it up. You don't
Coaching
need
staff
to
needs to
talk
reel him in and say, bro, shut
like
up.
you need to shut your mouth until we're playing
Stop
better.
giving people bulletin board material, man. What are you doing?
Like
Crazy
legit,
talk.
you can't be. And I will say this to Cam Taylor-Britt's, like he ate his words last night in the post game presser. So shout out to him for
Yeah, but
that.
it's too late.
But
You already got
again,
the yell.
you don't have to eat your words if you're not sitting here talking all that crap and then getting it shoved right back in your face.
Eat your words before the game, and then you can
I
run
mean,
your yap after.
let's say this, Joey. Is there a world where they lose to the Panthers this week?
Yeah.
And then after that, they get the Ravens. 0-5 is a possibility.
It is. If you want to hear me complain about things like this, join our Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. We've got live shows on there too, Out of Bounds with myself, Bogman, and Welsh every Monday at 2 Eastern. And then you have Welsh and Erickson doing a show on there live too. So you can be part of the shows on our Discord. And it's a great way to meet other people, talk fantasy football, ask us questions. Again, it's free to join. If you're a premium member of Fantasy Pros, you get access to way more channels, the touchdown contest, all kinds of fun things. So get involved, get in for free, fantasypros.com/chat, be a part of our community. All right, let's get to some more questions here, D-Bro. Oh, my goodness. It was
StreamYard
naked for a moment there.
I know, StreamYard throwing
all of a sudden it was turning into the other industry for a moment. Let's go to another one.
Fantasy
Drop
sports.
Watson.
Fantasy
Falco. Drop Watson for Darnold or Fields. If this is my second quarterback now.
You're not dropping Watson? Like Deshaun Watson?
Oh, I thought it was Christian Watson. I wasn't even thinking.
I'm assuming it's Deshaun. Yes, you drop him, and I would drop him for Fields. I think Fields has more upside than Darnold.
Agreed. I don't know why my head was going Christian Watson. I don't even register Deshaun Watson in my brain.
That's all the Dayquil. It's all the Dayquil.
That's all the Dayquil. Should I drop Warren for Roschon?
No. I mean, well,
if he goes on IR,
it depends on what
24
his
hours.
injury is. I mean, it's up in the air. I think you're going to get clarity about that. Hopefully by the end of the day. Hopefully.
Keith's question: drop Bigsby to pick up Roschon or Emmanuel Wilson standard format.
I would do that. Drop him for Roschon.
All right, let's go to Noah's question here. Drop Chase Brown, Jalen Wright, or Chuba for Braelon Allen.
Drop Jalen Wright.
Yeah, that's frustrating, but yeah, I've had to drop him in 1 or 2 leagues this week. This is from Michael. Hi, Joe and D-Bro. Did Kirk show enough to flex him?
I think so. Yeah. I mean, considering they finally decided to go to him and quit forcing targets to Brian Thomas Jr. And then, what do you see? The offense actually moves. Look at that.
All right. So are we hanging it all on Doug Peterson, or are we hanging some on Trevor Lawrence?
I think, yeah, but
Trevor Lawrence not as good as everybody thought he was.
Hold up. Haven't we seen enough out of all these retread quarterbacks finding new homes and playing extremely well to understand that quarterback coaching and scheme does matter? And Doug Peterson doesn't seem like he knows at all what the hell he's doing right now. So I think part of it you can lay at the feet of Trevor Lawrence. Like, he looked lost in the pocket. But I think a lot of that goes back to scheme and the fact that this offense is not working because the head coach and the offensive coordinator doesn't know what the hell they're doing right now.
It's very possible. It's a bad situation. Lawrence
sucks.
Value right
absolutely
now.
Sucks.
Weird limbo. It's a very weird spot. All right, this one's from Matt B. New York or Detroit style pizza? Come on, man. You know what I'm gonna say. New York bias, but
I mean,
I've had Detroit style pizza.
You know what I'm gonna say. They're both garbage and go with thin crust.
New York is thin crust.
I thought it was the deep dish, or is that Chicago?
That's Chicago, bro.
Well, then fine, New York. Whatever is thin crust. Thin crust overall.
Salty Vanguard. Drop Ezekiel Elliott for Braelon Edwards.
Yes. Braelon Edwards?
Oh, Braelon Edwards. Where's Braelon Edwards right now? I am all over the place today.
Our third co-host this week.
I am struggle bus. Braelon Edwards. Where did that come out in the recesses of my brain? Braelon Edwards.
Yes, Braelon Allen. Drop Zeke for Braelon Allen. You should have done that last
Edwards,
week. You should. Well,
he was good for a hot second in college. Remember him?
Yep.
Hot second.
He had the Josh Gordon syndrome.
Yeah.
When you're in the
Drop
nothing.
Chase Brown for Rico Dowdle. Last one from Overcome.
Sure. Yep. I'm down with it.
There you go, everybody. Make sure if we didn't hear your question today that you hit the waiver assistant over at My Playbook. Again, fantasypros.com/my playbook. Drop a comment below in the stream, and you just might win yourself this incredible trophy smack stunner ring with trophy case too. It comes encased in gold and flowers and rainbows. Now it comes in a cool case and you can customize it. It's awesome. Drop your comments below, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell till it goes ding. That's how you get the fantasy football stunner ring trophy. And then you could also join our Discord, fantasypros.com/chat. It's a great place to hang out, talk football. You can talk about the greatness of Braelon Edwards and the concerns you have with Trevor Lawrence, all the fun things that you love to talk about here. And of course, there's nobody I'd rather talk about them with than my good friend Derek Brown. D-Bro, a wacky stream today. I left, I came back. I don't think
when
I came
you get
back
the
better.
ring, are we going to
Scoop and
send out
scoop.
like a free thing of like Dayquil and NyQuil, one of the combo packs with the ring?
I don't know, man. I just know that I have been
Might have
just
to.
plowing through, and maybe it's just catching up with me.
Maybe a small pack of Ludens. with the ring?
Ludens cough drops. Well, I'm gonna go for another shot of the Dayquil, and that'll do it for us. But the story of the game goes on. For Derek Brown, I'm Joey P. We'll see you next time, kids. Braelon Edwards. There you go. That's a poll.
Yeah. Oh, blast from the past, baby.
Yeah.